Aries, welcome. My name is Tiffany. This is my channel, The Feminine Inquisition. We're doing a reading for the new moon in Gemini on the 14th of June. I have already put up your monthly for June, so you can catch that if you want. Now, Aries, this is for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or any Aries placements and other people that you want to check up on. It's important that you know that I am suffering from allergies big time, but the show must go on. And so I will edit out any sneezing, coughing, blowing of the nose, things that are disgusting that you don't need to see, along with your messages from Spirit. Thank you. Also, if anything resonates here, please do let me know. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you watch this video and find anything helpful, fun, or informative for your spiritual guidance, please do give me a thumbs up. All right, we're using the Wild Unknown, the Mystic Soul Tarot, and Movie Tarot for this reading today. Let's get into it. All right, Aries. Show me Spirit for Aries for the new moon in Gemini. What's it all about? For Aries, please. New moon in Gemini. 5 of Wands. 10 of Cups. Conflict about happiness. Neither one of those are confirmed. I got 9 of Swords. 4 of Wands. 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Okay. Communication or balancing out between what this relationship, this partnership, this home, this connection, this exchange, what happiness looks like. What is happiness? Do we care about each other? Do we support each other? Do we hold one another up, or do we put each other down? Are we in competition? Do we know how to speak nicely to each other? Do we know how to work together? Do we have the same ideas about what we are pushing for, right? Because this is a Leo card. Leos are manifesting all the time as they breathe. And the 5 of Wands is quite... it's quite combustive, let's put it like that, right? And so we want to, yeah, it's Mars and Leo. It's conflicting wills. And I often think of it as everyone wants to be a chief, but no one wants to be an Indian. And so there's ego. There's ego there. But the rest of the cards that you showed me need cooperation. You did also show me the 4 of Pentacles, which is the rigidity, a withholding, blocking, greediness even, which could further complicate the 5 of Wands. So, can we talk through, please, Spirit for Aries for this new moon? Why this new moon is going to be granting some opportunities to go maybe into some reflection, meditative states, to understand the chaos, the conflict of the 5 of Wands. Share with me, please, the wisdom. Gemini will offer that to you if you can receive it, Aries. Show me the 5 of Wands. Whoa, did you see that? The Ace of Wands. Okay, do we need more light? No, it's gotten darker. Yeah, I think we do. The Ace of Wands. So that's amazing, right? Because to go from the 5 of Wands to the additional wand brings you to the 6 of Wands, which is success. So that's the birthing of a new way to do it, to be inclusive of all the people who are having a conflict right now about what to do. That's great. Anything else? The cards are doing some weird stuff. The Empress and the 3 of Cups. So that's a whole lot of love, gathering, togetherness, strong desire, great sense of beauty, of productivity, fertility. 7 of Swords is a strategy for something here. Show me more. The moon coming through. I'll let you. What else? Last card, the 3 of Swords. Right. Okay. So, stay here for a little bit. because it's a lot to unpack, right? So there's a potential for this new moon to grant you a big idea, which will take you out of the Five of Wands. Could potentially, with the new moon, take you to the Six of Wands. Why? Because you're highly productive, highly focused, super fertile, loving, affectionate, taking a role where you are birthing beautiful events, thoughts, things, not only as your own, on your own person, but in other people, because you're inspiring people to come together and to dream. Here's the moon, the hopes, the fears, the unknown, why we're doing this reading. And also the Three of Swords, the anticipation, the previous hurts, the previous delays, the constructs of what it means to work with other people that has been painful before. But this is the strategy. So you are trying your best, your damnedest, to pick the right. These are swords and these are holes, or maybe the shadows. The way it looks for me is that she's trying to get the sword to go into the hole. And which one, right? Which strategy will unlock your desired outcome? I think that's where you're at right now, that you're showing me the wish for this wand, the wish for what it is that you'd like to see from the chaos and the conflict in this supportive dynamic of the home, the family, I don't know what. So let's look at the Ten of Cups. For Aries, please. For the new moon in Gemini, what's the current Ten of Cups, please? And thank you. The Three of Wands is coming out. What is this Ten of Cups for Aries for this new moon in Gemini? Is it just the Three of Wands? Judgment on its side. Okay, anything else? This is lessons that you've had. This is not the first time that you've been here. Not the first time you've been here with these people. It's not the first time that you've been betrayed, backstabbed. It's not the first time you've had this conversation. It's not the first time you've had to heal from this kind of conversation. It's not the first time that you sit back and bear witness. It's not the first time. You don't need more information. So if you don't see the cards, Judgment on its side, Page of Swords in reverse, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Not the first time that you walked away. Not the first time that you realized that they don't align with you. Ten of Swords upright. Three of Wands. This is the waiting. This is the observation. This is the hoping. This is I can manifest, but you can't manifest through other people's energies. But this is your will. This is your wish. This is what you want. This is your optimism coming through, because you care a lot about this. That's why. That's why. And you're trying to exercise judgment because you know you can't bulldoze through these people, and you know that there's a measure of, like, there's a measurement unknown, you know, like the variable that's unknown with the moon, and you know that it has the potential to hurt you, and so you want to use good judgment because this is your family, or this is your partner, or this is your kid. I don't know. So it's difficult. What's the outcome here for Aries? If judgment is employed, Three of Wands, where do we go? So, in this order, Queen of Wands, Strength, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, it will take courage, that's for sure, because you're going to walk away from this, whatever's unhappy here, whatever causes you to be unhappy here. Not saying that you're walking away from these people, but you're walking away from the toxicity or the disappointment, the satisfaction, the broken cup. It just hasn't ended. Did I tell you at the start that I have allergies? I'm not sure. The show needs to go on, though. So the Page of Cups, with darkness coming out of it. Is that someone's apology? There's the Six of Wands. The victory of going into the dark, being a source of your own light, decomposing, The Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups. Okay. So let's break it down. I do think that there's a level of success for you finding what you had hoped in the Three of Cups. I think that this is either you or someone else. And it is from here, this openness, this vulnerability, this sharing of maybe the darkness. Maybe it's the darkness itself of the moon that shifts perspectives for people, right? Because in that dimness, right, the brightness of the full moon is excitable. It's heightened energy. And the waning into the new moon gives people time for quiet reflection. And that changes perspectives. That's why the hermit is here. Something gets a chance to heal on all sides. If it's not just one other person, if it's 3 people, if it's 10 people. So that's the victory. Now this part, it's unrecognizable. These 9 swords. This is the anxiety of Gemini. The anxiety about the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune in this deck is also complete chaos. It's not my most beloved Wheel of Fortune. But the moon and the sun are both there. And I think that what you decide to walk away from and find your power in claiming the emotional contentment that is yours, that you do want to reach for, there's a certain decay, a certain stress that you have to use to your benefit, that you have to get better at decomposing. I know that's like strange, like that why would we decompose anything inside of us? But actually we decompose things all the time, like putrefaction. We are tearing through everything that we eat, the stomach acids and the enzymes, and how intelligent our digestive system is there to decompose everything that we consume. And part of that synthesis is the intelligence of the gut to take from what we eat precisely what it needs and remove everything that we cannot. And this is where a lot of people get stuck, because the gut, the energetics of the gut, is a lot like discernment in life. If you cannot sort through the good and bad of what you eat so that you can use it to your advantage for the building blocks, for the foundational molecules, for how you regenerate your cells, right? Everything. If you can't do it on an internal level, it's really likely that you're not able to do it on an external level. So I think that's what you are being granted as a seed that is deposited in this new moon. I think that you're recognizing that there are things that you have held on to. If we come here, judgment on its side. You didn't call judgment and leave them. They were still family, but you judged them. You knew you knew that you didn't need any more information, but you didn't abandon the situation. You just held it in this position where you were outside, they were outside. So it was like this, keep them at arm's length from the judgment. In the end, the result of all of that mental and energetic chaos is a feeling of being betrayed, of feeling bereft, kind of dead. Yeah, it's lifeless. It's a lifeless 10 of Cups. How can you support people if you don't respect them? right? And I don't blame you. This is not. They could have easily done things that were worthy of your judgment. But Aries, also, what if they feel the same way about you? Right? So I think that in the end, what we're looking at here is that you come to determine what you can protect and what you can be strong enough to face about yourself, of course. You might not be innocent here. You're showing up as a snake. But you have the potential eggs to birth something new. Ace of Wands. And the Six of Wands is here. The success is possible. The transformation can be complete because healing has been made available through the darkness of this moon. That is what is happening. You can walk away from the judgments that you have for the people or places or things in your 10 of Cups. And part of that is determining how to really decompose and let go of the decay. 10, it's completion. Owl is wisdom. There's far too much shit on there. It's so chaotic. So why not let that go? Yeah? And there's what you want in the first place. The Empress to the Three of Cups. That's what you want. And that's what you're waiting for. Three of Wands. So I think this is a very fortuitous, although time-consuming, a very expansive new moon for you, although it happens in the dark, under the guidance of the Hermit. All right? All right, Aries. Let's see what the movie Tarot has for you, okay? 3 cards, please. The Sun. Wow, everyone is getting... No. So interesting. Okay, look. You just have to accept. I just did Leo, and they didn't get the Sun, but they did get Lydia, the High Priestess from Beetlejuice. And they also needed to learn how to let something go. And I talked a little bit about that, right? Because she refuses, so she's neglected. Why am I going to talk about Beetlejuice? Just stay with me, okay? This is a brand new breakthrough of understanding, of consciousness, right? This is a brightness that teaches you something that you did not see previously. And now you have to look at it because it's in the light of day under the sun, right? Okay. Now, Lydia, as the High Priestess here from Beetlejuice, was neglected. Loved by her father, of course, but neglected, not chosen. Okay. And so she was rejected, in essence, by her family. But then she herself was rejecting life because of that. And then that brought her to a whole new relationship with the other side. And she was faced with other people having similar lessons. They were dead, but they were rejecting being dead, right? So there's this thing about not reconciling that you are what you are when you are what you are. And acceptance, this kind of radical acceptance that there are things that you can just accept. And if you don't, because no one will tell you what to do, if you don't, it's an internal conflict that brews. The 5 of Wands, the 5 of Wands. This is rejection, defending something, fighting against it. So, very cool reading. This new moon in Gemini offers you a chance to sit and have a think. What you call judgment on, but don't actually claim judgment against. Sit in a place where you are drinking your own poison and feeling conflicted about it. And yet all that is separated from the things that, or people or places that you love. And there is a real 3 cups, whatever that togetherness means. There's a real 3 of cups that you want to be in, sipping from and with, and it's available to you, but you have to learn how to decompose and let go, destroy that which has a potential to destroy you, right? Okay, I hope that something here was helpful, Aries. Please let me know. Give me a like, share, and comment. You know, I want to know what this is about. Until the next time I read for you, have a beautiful new moon in Gemini. Ciao.